What if the mundane, repetitive parts of your work just disappeared? I'm not talking about some far-off future. I'm talking about right now. Think about your last workday. How much of it was spent on tasks that didn't require your unique talent? Answering the same emails over and over, formatting reports, chasing down data from different spreadsheets. It's a slow drain on your energy and your potential. Now imagine an intelligent system handling all of that busy work. Your emails are automatically sorted, summarized, and drafted for your approval. Your reports are generated before you even ask. Your calendar is optimized without you lifting a finger. This frees you up to focus on the things only you can do. The strategic thinking, the creative problem solving, the genuine human connection. It's about reclaiming your most valuable asset, your time and your focus. What if you woke up tomorrow and the first thought in your head wasn't about money? Not a jolt of anxiety about an upcoming payment or the dull pressure of a looming deadline. Bills are paid automatically. Your savings and investments are allocated by a system you designed, working for you 24/7. The pressure to perform, to constantly prove your worth just to keep your job, begins to fade. Because your security isn't tied to a single employer's approval anymore. It's tied to a system you own and control. This isn't a fantasy reserved for Silicon Valley billionaires or trust fund kids. In the past, building these kinds of automated financial systems required expensive advisors and complex tools. Now, it is the new reality of financial independence in the age of artificial intelligence. AI-powered tools have democratized this power, making it accessible to anyone with a laptop and the will to learn. It is about choosing peace over pressure, purpose over the paycheck. It's about building a life on your own terms, not the terms dictated by your job description or your bank balance. It's the ability to design your days around your energy and passions, rather than squeezing your life into the margins of your career. This essay is not about getting rich quick or buying flashy luxuries you don't need. Forget the Lamborghinis, the rented private jets you see on Instagram. That's a fragile, expensive version of freedom that often creates more anxiety than it solves. This is about real freedom, sustainable freedom, the kind that doesn't shout, but whispers. It's the quiet confidence of knowing your financial life is on autopilot, optimized for your goals. It's the freedom to take a month off to travel or learn a new skill without asking for permission. The freedom to say no to a project that drains your soul because you're not desperate for the income. The freedom to pivot your career at 45, not because you were laid off, but because you discovered a new passion without panicking about your mortgage. This is the freedom that comes from a system, not just a salary. For generations, the path to financial independence seemed like a well-trodden, predictable road. It was a simple, almost universal equation, a social contract many of us were taught to follow without question. You work for 40 years, maybe more, climbing a corporate ladder at a single company if you were lucky. You trade your most valuable asset, your time, for a steady paycheck and the promise of security. You save diligently, automatically siphoning off a portion of each paycheck into a retirement account, trusting in the magic of compound interest over decades. And then, after a lifetime of effort, you hope. You hope your pension, if you even have one, remains solvent. You hope your savings last through an ever-lengthening retirement, and that unforeseen market crashes or medical emergencies don't derail the entire plan. This model was built on loyalty and stability, but its foundation has been cracking for years. That definition, that entire philosophy of trading time for delayed freedom, is officially dead. Elevate with Roxana. Money, mindset, and AI. In the AI era, financial independence means something profoundly different. It's no longer a distant finish line at age 65. It's a dynamic, resilient state you can build and inhabit right now. It means your life is supported by a robust, interconnected network of systems, diverse income streams, intelligent savings protocols, and automated investments. Crucially, this network is not tied to the hours you clock at a single job. It's a financial ecosystem that works for you around the clock. The fundamental shift is this. It's about decoupling your earnings from your time. It's about architecting systems where income is not a direct result of your immediate effort, but the output of assets you've built, assets that AI helps you create, manage, and scale. AI changes the rules of this game in 3 critical ways. First, and most importantly, time is no longer the primary bottleneck to production. AI tools can execute tasks in minutes that used to take highly skilled professionals hours or even days. Think of analyzing massive data sets, drafting marketing communications, creating video scripts, or generating illustrations. Your creative and strategic output is no longer limited by the clock. Second, your unique knowledge and skills can now scale exponentially faster and cheaper than ever before. An expert can create an online course, a paid newsletter, or an automated coaching program. With AI handling content repurposing and marketing, that expertise can reach and serve thousands of people simultaneously, creating an income stream independent of your direct involvement. And third, one person can now wield the productive power of an entire team. You can be the strategist, while your AI-powered tools act as your digital workforce, handling marketing, sales, operations, and customer service. This isn't about replacing people. It's about granting individuals the leverage that was once exclusive to large corporations. But let's be clear. This new financial independence isn't about accumulating ostentatious wealth or showcasing a lavish lifestyle. It's about something far more valuable. It's about safety, control, and genuine choice. It's about building a resilient foundation in an uncertain world. It's a quiet confidence. The deep internal knowledge that you have options. This is the power to walk away from a toxic job without fear. The freedom to take a 6-month sabbatical to learn a new skill or travel the world. The ability to launch that side project you've always dreamed of, without risking financial ruin. In this new paradigm, true wealth isn't measured by the money in your bank account, but by the number and quality of choices you can make. Before you open a single app, before you design a single system, the most important work begins right here, in your mind. We're about to dive into the tools and tactics for building wealth in the age of AI. But none of it will stick, none of it will work, unless we first recalibrate our internal compass. Think about it. Your financial habits are a direct reflection of your deepest beliefs. Not just about money, but about your relationship with work, your place in the world, and your view of technology. These beliefs were likely formed in a different era, an era with a completely different set of rules. For decades, the industrial age taught us to be reliable cogs in a vast machine. Go to school, get a good job, climb the ladder, and you'll be secure. The path was linear. Your value was your reliability and your time. Today, that machine is being fundamentally redesigned by AI. The new paradigm doesn't reward you for being a cog. It rewards you for being the architect of your own machine. This isn't just a small tweak. It requires a conscious, deliberate, and sometimes uncomfortable shift in your thinking. Let's make this concrete. The first shift is from spending to impress to spending with intention. The old mindset buys the luxury car on a high-interest loan to signal success. The new mindset uses that same capital to buy an asset, maybe an online business or a dividend-paying stock. That works for you 24/7. It's the difference between looking rich and actually building wealth. The second, and perhaps most critical shift, is from AI will replace me to AI can multiply me. The fear of replacement is paralyzing. It leads to inaction. The multiplication mindset, however, is empowering. It asks, how can this tool amplify my unique skills? A graphic designer who fears AI stops learning. A designer who embraces it uses AI to generate a dozen initial concepts in minutes, freeing them up to focus on the high-level strategy and creative direction that a machine can't replicate. And the third shift is from trading time for money to building systems that scale. The old model is the hourly freelance rate. You work 1 hour, you get paid for 1 hour. Your income is capped by the number of hours in a day. The new model is creating a digital product, an automated service, or a piece of content once, and letting technology distribute it to thousands. You build a system that creates value even while you sleep. This means you must think like a business owner, even if you are an employee. Your career is your business. Your skills are your products. Ask yourself, what value can I create that isn't directly tied to my physical presence or my hours on the clock? Automate the repetitive, the data entry, the scheduling, so you can focus on the irreplaceable. The strategy, the relationships, the creative problem solving. This mindset is the foundation of your entire financial house. Without it, Any tool or tactic is just a temporary fix on a cracked foundation. Let's be clear. AI doesn't replace disciplined people. It gives them an almost unfair advantage. The person who already tracks their spending can now use AI to find hidden savings opportunities automatically. The person who already invests consistently can now use AI to analyze market trends at a scale previously only available to hedge funds. This isn't about chasing the latest AI fad or crypto hype. It's about cultivating a deep, genuine curiosity and pairing it with consistent action. It's about a commitment to lifelong learning in a world that changes by the week. So start small. Don't try to automate your entire life tomorrow. Ask a simpler question. How can AI do 20% of my job for me? Not the interesting parts, but the boring, repetitive parts. That 20% is your entry point. It's the leverage that frees up your time and mental energy for higher value work. Ultimately, your mindset dictates your actions. Your actions build your habits, and your habits determine your financial destiny. This is the first and most important step. So, let's start the conversation. Comment below, what does financial independence mean to you in this new age of AI? You cannot optimize what you do not measure. This is a fundamental truth in business, fitness, and your finances. Vague hopes like, I want to save more, are useless. You need concrete data. AI is powerful, but only as good as the information you give it. Get brutally honest about where your money is going. Not judgment, just clarity. You are a CEO. This is your financial statement. For the next 30 days, track every dollar in and every dollar out. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or a notebook. The habit matters most. At month end, categorize your spending. You will find money leaks. The $7 coffee, forgotten subscriptions, avoidable late fees, low-hanging fruit. A budget isn't deprivation. It's a map that tells your money where to go. Cut mercilessly on what you don't love. Spend extravagantly on what you do. With data, AI becomes your personal CFO, analyzing, forecasting, surfacing opportunities. You still set the goals. High-interest debt is a 5-alarm fire in your financial life. It is an emergency. It is not leverage. It is a thief stealing your income, your peace, your freedom of choice. Credit card debt, payday loans, other high-interest loans trap you in minimum payments. Before building wealth, extinguish this fire. Every dollar to 22% APR is a dollar you cannot invest. List debts from highest to lowest rate, your hit list. Funnel every spare dollar to the highest interest while paying minimums elsewhere. This avalanche method is the most efficient. When income increases, don't inflate lifestyle. Accelerate payoff. Discipline breaks chains. AI can help plan and find balance transfers, but it cannot make payments. Automate payments above the minimum. Build the habit. Use credit by plan, not impulse. Pay in full every month. Imagine the final payment. The weight lifts. Now redirect to emergency fund, investments, or your business. Relying on a single source of income is like navigating a storm in a boat with one oar. It's incredibly risky. Build an income engine, systems where AI handles grunt work so you scale. Diversify your personal revenue so one stream can back up another. There are 4 primary types. Skills-based income, freelancer, consultant, coach. Digital income, online courses, ebooks, paid newsletters. AI-accelerated income, boost output at work or in your side hustle. Passive income, investments. You're a graphic designer. Your job is one stream. Start a second stream by freelancing. Use AI for client research, outreach drafts, and concept generation. Workflow speeds up. Create a mini course, graphic design basics for small business owners, and publish a simple landing page. Goal: earn your first dollar. 1 consult or a $20 ebook sale. Proof of concept: learn, iterate, scale. Tech finds customers, creates content, automates tasks. You provide the value. What skill can AI help you scale? Saving and investing are the pillars that support your rich life. Saving. Investing. Saving is your defense against emergencies. Job loss. Medical bills. Repairs. Timeless rules. smarter tools. Consistency is key. Automation ensures it happens. Build 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. Non-negotiable. Automate the transfer. Pay yourself first. Once funded, invest. Forget hype, tips, timing. Use low-cost, broad index funds or ETFs, tiny pieces of many companies. AI can assist, robo-advisors, fund screens, but keep it simple. Contribute monthly. Dollar cost averaging builds lasting wealth. Subscribe for weekly, simple, no-hype financial tips. In a world saturated with social media, targeted ads, and pressure to keep up, restraint is rebellion. Living below your means is about peace over validation and ultimate control. Spend less than you earn to create a gap, your freedom fund. That gap lets you invest, take risks, and sleep well. True wealth isn't what you show. It's what you control in private. Define what you value and allocate there. Automation removes willpower. Spend what remains guilt-free. Use AI to optimize intentional purchases. Living below your means lowers stress, frees bandwidth to learn AI-era skills, and gives you options, even to choose fulfillment over a paycheck. You do not need to be perfect or know everything to begin. The journey is small, steady, consistent progress, not a heroic leap. Stop waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. Successful people start before they feel ready and learn along the way. Use AI as a lever to accelerate your actions, automate your systems, and amplify your skills. But you are the strategist. Your future self is counting on choices you make this week. A year from now, automated savings, first dollars from a side hustle, and a clear plan. Take one small step today. Track one day, open a high-yield savings account, or write one skill to monetize. Momentum builds habits. Habits build freedom, choice, security,